Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to do a re-upload. I tried to doing this video, but it didn't work out. But I'm gonna try it again, and well, since I'm almost done with college. I mean, next week is finals week, and then completely done. So I thought I would do kind of do's and don'ts, or like stuff I wish somebody told me about college and all that stuff. And I know some of you would be like, well, I'm not in college, or, you're past that point. But, I mean, just any young viewers out there, yeah. And, wow, my face looks really orange. Anyway, let's start off with move-in day. Okay. Move-in day. Wow. That was a long time ago now that I think about it. But anyway, I will say, number one tip, do not put just random stuff in a box. And then, like I did, I just threw random stuff together, try to fit it in there, but when it comes into like actually unpacking, it's like, oh, I need the bed sheet. Oh, that's in the box over there underneath this big box. And it's like, you gotta have your stuff organized and categorized. Don't do like me and don't like put it all together, just random stuff. You don't know where's where. I mean, just a huge tip out there about move-in day. Another tip is know the weather of your move-in day, because I mean, you don't know what it's going to be like, so check the weather before, a couple days beforehand or the night before, and just check out, like, is it going to be sunny? Is it going to be rainy? Is it going to be, thundering or something like that? So you're prepared and you're ready for it. And if it's hot out, like it was for mine, make sure you bring, like, you wear clothing that is, appropriate. I mean, don't wear like dark clothing, but yet have it appropriate, like that kind of stuff. But also with packing, like, don't put like, just make sure you pack tightly, because don't bring as few as boxes as you can. I mean, don't bring like 10 boxes and like half of them are like half filled. Like, if you're gonna pack to the top. And that's just like what I like to do, because I don't want to bring in a bunch of stuff and then like do how many trips just to get all that stuff up there. Yeah, I just another tip is that if it's gonna be hot for like the first month or a couple weeks and you don't have a fridge, get ready. You would need a fridge if it's gonna be warm. I mean, I didn't have a fridge for like the first month, and it was hot during that month. Oh my gosh. Having to drink really warm water, and then, I mean, like, yeah, you can buy stuff from the vending machine, but it's so much cheaper. Just, I say invest in a fridge if you can. And if your roommate has one, if you are living with a roommate, just be glad that you just have a roommate with a fridge. And another thing with the roommates, if your college lets you do like that roommate thing where you can like sign up, be like, they're gonna pick a roommate for you based on what you like, definitely do that. Highly do that. I didn't do that because I don't have a Facebook, and the way that MSU does it is on Facebook, so I didn't do that. So I just got it by random. But I will say, my first roommate, she's really nice, but I didn't really get to meet her because she decided to change her rooms before we even got to meet, like before move-in day. So she already moved, and then so I was a semester without a roommate, and then this semester I was with a roommate, for an exchange, not, well, yeah, kind of like a foreign exchange student. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I would definitely say get to know your roommate, get to know your boundaries. I mean, if you have that roommate agreement that they offer, definitely do that. Talk to your roommate about it. Kind of don't actually place a line of like where your room is like, this is my side, this is your side. Just be like, okay, hey, this is my side, this is my stuff, you know, that's that. I mean, yeah. Okay, next thing, classes. Now a lot of kids ask, and I even wanted to know in high school, is like, how much homework are we gonna get? How many exams? Because I've heard like all of this other stuff. Really? I mean, it depends on your classes. Really, I have to say that. I mean, I know somebody who, one of my friends. I consider her a friend. And she had to do so many papers and exams. Well, not exam, but like PowerPoint's paper. It was just. It seemed like, are you serious? Are you for real? And then, it depends on your classes. First year, if you're gonna do all generals, go ahead. But you gotta consider what's the heaviness on the homework and the papers and exams. You gotta figure, and then also with, if you're going in for a degree, or you gotta figure out what classes they have to take based on your degree and all that stuff. But I will say, for first year and for first semester, I highly recommend, do not do a full class, like a full load. Highly recommend that. I did that, and that was horrible. That was horrible. I had to get you're just kind of piling yourself on, because you have to get, if you're living in a dorm, you have to get situated with that. You have to get situated with living by yourself, basically, unless you have a roommate. You have all this work to do, plus you have, kind of do, like, don't take a full load, and if you do not take it on, like, heavy courses, like, they all have to be your major classes, or they all have to be like intense classes. If you're gonna do a full load, take like light courses, like 2 really hard courses, and 2 really light courses or classes. Do not take, like I did, do not take where it's all like not gen ed, but it's like intense. Because I regret that. I do. Because I think that's the main reason why I was getting stressed out during the first semester, getting situated and kind of getting used to being like, oh, hey, college. Also, with classes, you probably already know this. Some people do, some people don't, about the ratemyprofessor.com. That is a great place to find out about how professors are rated, or how they are. I still do that for my classes. I'll check and be like, okay, this criminal justice class, this has 3 different professors. Which one is the best one? So I'll look on the website, type in their name, go to MSU, or, be like, Mr. John Doe, and then it'll be like, okay, MSU, click on him, and they'll tell you, like, oh, he's really strict, but he likes to be fun. If you skip class, you're not gonna pass. That kind of stuff. And if you don't get that, ask other people, ask around. There's a lot of students that will help you be like, okay, yeah, that professor, he's not really good at explaining stuff, but yet he's really funny. Or, this professor is really nice, really easy, really fun to talk to. Stuff like that. That is a great source to check on professors. Now, I will say some of them are not, the truth. You might think, like, oh, this professor that I picked, she's, like, really mean, but then when you have the class, it's like, she's not that mean. She's actually pretty nice, or, or it's the opposite. So, pros and cons of that website. What else? I'm kind of like going off in my head here, but also with packing. Don't pack everything. With clothes, I'm pretty sure, pack seasonally. Do not pack, 15, just pack light and seasonally. That's what, 2 words, light and seasonally. Another thing is, think of stuff that you would never might need. Like for me, I never thought I would need a can opener, but I do because I love fruit and I love soup. Or you might need. I mean, just think of like daily things that you use or things that you use weekly, and then kind of put it that. What else? With classes, I mean, classes. You got. For me, like, this was the hard thing because in high school I was like the shy type. I was the I'm gonna talk to nobody type. I'm gonna be by myself in a corner type. I'm gonna have a few friends type. But when it's college, like I've heard many times, it's a clean slate. Nobody knew what you were like in high school. Nobody knows. You don't even have to tell them. It's kind of like it's a clean slate. So when you get into college, it's become become friends with many people. Even in class, highly recommend being friends with people in your classes, so you can add study groups and you can talk about classes and it'll maybe help you get better in class. Yeah, I mean that's what I did, and I really did like that. Take advantage of their food service. Because like with MSU, there's 4 different types of food service. Like you can do the Maverick 14, Maverick 160, which I did, which I didn't really like because I don't really go to the dining center, but yet I like their Mav Avenue where you can use your dining dollars and do that, which I'm going to do that next year. Excuse me. But I mean, take advantage of their food service, I will say that. What else? I'm trying to think of. Oh, for classes. Since you're living in college, you get to pick your classes, so it doesn't have to be like from 8 to 3. Wow. Like that's the best thing about college from what I heard of. Like you get to pick your own classes and time. And there's so many options for classes. There are. So, I mean, if you're not a morning person, you can take in the afternoon or a night class. Or if you are a morning person, you want to get them down right away, take them in the morning. But do know that, they have certain days at certain times, and you have to be at a certain place. So be ready for that. And, if you want a day off, I mean, it's gonna be tough to find a day off. I want Fridays off. It's well, no, it depends on what class you pick. Again, but even if you have 2 classes and you're done by 12:30, that's pretty good, I would say. I mean, it all depends on what you're like, and that's what kind of college is like. Also, welcome week. With MSU, they had a welcome week. Go in there, go and do activities. I didn't. I stayed in my dorm. I mean, I kept my door open, but I stayed in my dorm, and I kind of regret it, but also don't. I mean, it depends on the activities that they have. I mean, pros and cons. But I mean, I kind of wish that it was out there and did learn, and I got to see more people. But I mean, that was back me, there. It's another. Oh, huge thing. That I will say, and it's a pro. I think it's a pro. Is that college is there. It kind of changes you. I mean, it definitely changed me. I mean, once again, in high school, I was the quietest person. I mean, teachers thought I was a mute. I was the quietest person you have ever met. And you might say that, and I'm still like that in college. I mean, a little bit, but I have, grown out of my shell. I mean, I feel more happy that I'm in college. But, not in the first semester because I was getting sick. But it's just, it's a place to open up. And that's what I really like about college. I really do like that. You get to learn about yourself more, and you get to learn, oh, this is, do I really want to go for this class or this degree? Or, oh, I didn't know that I liked you know, this food, or, you know, it's just, once again, getting yourself out of that shell or out of your comfort zone and doing all these things. And I really do like that about college, I will say that. So yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. Yeah, this is a different video I thought I would do, but I can't think of any more tips that I would say. But if I do, I could probably do a part 2 of this video. If you guys do, leave a like down in the video or give it a big thumbs up for this video. Yeah, once again, that's the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.